The latest. Thank you for your love and support. I appreciate you all. Today I want to say a very special thank you to my channel members for the love you are showing to the channel. Dr. Young, Moses, Taja, Black Raven. I say thank you so much for the love you are showing to the channel and all my super thanks gifters. These days, if you can see, there's something different when it comes to my videos. It is what you are giving me. The support is what I am using to get myself the necessary things that I need for my editing and the necessary equipment. That is why you are seeing a different thing in the video. So I say thank you so much. I appreciate you, and all of you, I say thank you, and I want you all to say thank you to them for me. We heard what happened to Captain Ibrahim Traore on the 3rd of January 2026. That's a group of people plotted to overthrow Captain Ibrahim Traore. We know the head plotter is the ex-president Lieutenant Colonel Paul Henry Damiba, who orchestrated everything. And there are a lot of people who are confessing this time around it is a captain who was also part of this plot, and this man is also saying how this man lured him into doing whatever, and he's sorry, he confessed, he did his bit just to make sure that they are able to eliminate the person who is in charge of the drum beats. That is the job of these people, but fortunately their plot did not succeed, and this man is asking for forgiveness because he said he has done something that he shouldn't have done. So the people in Burkina Faso and Captain Ibrahim Traore should forgive him for trying to destroy his own country and selling this country for only 3 million CFA franc. As Africans, we are the problem of our own selves. There's nobody that is doing the African because we are very greedy. How much is 3 million CFA franc that you will sell out your nation just for peanuts? We all should understand that if Africa will be better, it is you and I that can cause that change. And if we are looking for a change, we should be ready to sacrifice for our nation.
The confessions of the accomplices continue in your vendor. We present to you the testimony of Captain Prosper Koudiati. He was tasked with neutralizing the commander of the drone base in Sepor. Follow. I am Captain Koudiati Prosper, from the 17th class of the Jinjane Menorn Military Academy in Pau, serving at the Air Force General Staff. I was arrested on the afternoon of the 2nd, January 2026, following an attempted destabilization against the current government. I was contacted 2 weeks ago by Lieutenant Colonel Henri Sandow at Amoeba Pass, using a Togolese phone number. After several missed calls, when I finally answered, he introduced himself and asked me to install Zangoe, which I did. He occasionally had me sign into Zangoe just to check on my well-being, without saying anything else. I should clarify that Colonel Damiba had my number for a long time. One day, Colonel Damiba contacted me to ask if I had the Signal app. I said yes, and he told me someone would contact me on the Signal platform. Indeed, someone contacted me on Signal, on behalf of Colonel Damiba, and who goes by the name King David. I wish to clarify that King David is actually Captain Wydraw David, from the 14th class. He is currently in Ghana. Over time, before the evening of December the 31st, David and I exchanged messages as seniors and juniors do. As for Colonel Damiba, he would write and call me, but indirectly, speaking in parables and asking whether people were in good spirits, etc., without ever clearly stating from the outset that he had a plan. I also want to clarify, regarding our Signal conversations with King David, Captain Ouedraogo had suggested setting a 30-second timer for disappearing messages, and also, when Colonel Damiba wrote to me about Zangoe after 10 minutes. When I didn't respond, he deleted it. On the evening of December 31st, Colonel Damiba contacted me to inform me that the king would have me sign this signal for a package. Without specifying the nature of the package's contents, the king had me sign this signal, providing 2 phone numbers. One belonging to the person from whom I was to collect the package, and the other to whom I was to deliver it. That's when I involved my brother Sauron Robert. He got in touch with the concerned party and retrieved the package. I want to clarify that Robert merely ran the errand for me. When I received the package, before he went to deliver it, I opened the package, It was money. There was 8 million. I voluntarily decided to keep 3 million, before having the remaining 5 million delivered to the concerned party, through Robert. Alamaba's colleague wrote that he would call me on the evening of January the 2nd regarding a mission he was going to assign me. Indeed, on the evening of January the 2nd, as promised, Colonel Damiba called to say that the necklace was to be shared between David and me, and the mission he wanted to entrust me with was to behead the pastor. I wish to clarify that the pastor is Captain Pasri, commander of the drone base at Strapanet. Once the pastor's head was cut off, the drones would become inoperative so that the units could move into action. Because, according to Colonel Damiba, the OBSAC was the drone base in Sapone. From his position, Colonel Damiba had set up his command post, with which he was in contact with certain individuals known only to him, to whom he had assigned specific roles, myself and all. The missionaries were supposed to act on January 3rd, 2026, at 11 p.m. According to Colonel Damiba's schedule, I beg mercy from His Excellency, Captain Ibrahim Traore, to the population and to the entire military hierarchy.
3 million CFA franc was too much for you to sell your whole country into the hands of other people. Paul Henry Damiba, as we know, is acting on the interests of other people. He isn't the person who is looking for the nation Burkina Faso to move forward. If he does I think by now he would have been supporting Captain Ibrahim Traore to cause a change. This man is still hiding in Togo, and that is the reason to which the Burkinabés are calling for the head of this man, because this man is bent on making sure he destroys the nation. There are a lot of people that this man is using to cause harm, and I don't know for how long we need to educate ourselves to understand that the African is the only person that can cause a change in Africa. And anybody in Africa who is plotting like this against you, making sure that the drum base that which you are using to protect yourself is being destroyed, then you should know that person doesn't have you at heart, and you still allow yourself to be used against your own nation. Today we are asking for forgiveness. What were you thinking about before you even decide to take that move? How much is the money they gave to you? If Burkina Faso should become a better place, are you telling me that you will not make millions or billions out of what you think they've given to you today? Why are we the ones that are always causing the downfall of the African? Anybody at all can just use peanuts to destroy Africa through us. And this is where we need to work on, because Africans, we want quick solution, quick everything. We don't have the patience of thinking of tomorrow. All we are thinking about is today, and that is why we do not have any future plan, any developmental plan for 10, 15, 20 years like the outside world do. And that is why any leader at all who will come in Africa is working based on manifesto, instead of us having an agenda, a developmental project. Like even African Union should have that by now, where any leader in Africa will pick something from that developmental plan and do it in his or her country. That is how we will find the African solution to the African problem. But if we continue to be allowing leaders to come into office with just their manifesto, where we know that at the end of the day they'll end up telling us that it was all political talk, we need to wake up. We really need to wake up as Africans. And for how long will we continue to be doing this to our own selves? And that is why we are seeing that nothing is moving, and we are still the ones that are helping make sure we destroy our own nations. You wanted to destroy Burkina Faso for just 3 million CFA franc. Can this money take care of you and your generations to come? But what Captain Ibrahim Traore is doing is for you, your generation, your 10, 50 and forever to come and enjoy. But you are bent on getting it today just for your own selfish interest. Africans, this is the time. We need to put that aside and start thinking about tomorrow and not today. Let today be something that isn't our goal. If we don't start fighting for tomorrow, how do we achieve what we want to achieve? This is what is making us not to progress, and we have to cut it short, especially with the youth of today. We don't just want to start something. We always think about it now. The lifestyle we'll get today. What about the children you are bringing up? What about your future generations? What life are we living for them? That isn't the narrative of the African. And that must start to be the narrative of you, the African, and not today. We are the only ones that can set ourselves free. United we stand, divided we fall. And united we keep standing forever and ever. The greatest enemy of the African is mental slavery. So let's decolonize ourselves from mental slavery. Let's keep sharing to educate our brothers and sisters. Together we make Africa great for ourselves and the next generations that are going to come. So that's the latest around the world in Africa, West Africa, and in Burkina Faso.